Hello, beautiful people. I need you to say this with me because we must understand. This is not a drill. Our democracy is at risk. This is not a drill. Our democracy is at risk. I want to start by talking about a different king today. Can I get your permission to talk about a different king? The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. On the night before he was assassinated, he went to Memphis, Tennessee, to stand in solidarity with 1,300 black sanitary workers. They were asking for better wages, same story, different century, different year, asking for better working conditions. And his message to the audience that day in his I Have Been to the Mountaintop speech was one about dangerous unselfishness. And what he meant by that was, there will come a time when we have to stop thinking about what will happen to us and think about what will happen to them if we do not show up every time. He asked the audience that day to forget about what will happen to your funding from the federal government, what will happen to your lives, even death, even jail, and think about what will happen to people who are under attack if you do not show up. And so today, I am tired. I am actually sick. But because I thought about what will happen to democracy, I showed up today. I am tired because I have lived this all my life. I'm a Civil War survivor from Liberia, and I've been fighting for democracy since I was a child. And so when I see democracy under attack in my new home, I am tired. But I think about what will happen if we don't keep fighting, and I showed up today. And so today I ask you to practice some dangerous unselfishness. I want you to think about our immigrant neighbors and think about what will happen to them if these mass cowards show up and kidnap them from our neighbors if we do not show up and do something about it. I want you to think about what will happen to health care and food assistance and workers and education and the freedom to love, to read, to express, to stand up for what you want to if you do not show up. And I have some truth-telling messages, so I hope you're willing to hear them. To our corporate friends, especially those who pledged in 2020 to uphold democracy by standing for diversity, equity, and inclusion. I need you to ask yourself in this moment, is it time to practice some dangerous unselfishness, forget about profits, and stand with people who need you to hold the line right now? So my beautiful, wealthy neighbors, all 5,700 of you in Rhode Island. I know there is tension and you feel us versus them when we say tax the rich. But I have a message for you. I ask you to practice some dangerous unselfishness. Come on. What will happen to your wealth if you pay a little bit more taxes to make sure your neighbors have more food, more health care, make sure we have public transportation? What will happen to your wealth? We need you to show up for Rhode Islanders. To our elected officials, it's time to show up. This is not a drill. Democracy is under attack. It's not business as usual anymore. Elected officials, we need you to be bold. We need you to be courageous. We need you to do what must be done regardless of political injustice. Democracy is under attack, and you must stand up in this moment. You must show up with your people, and you must protect Rhode Island. This is the time. This is not a drill. To you, my beautiful people, I need you to keep showing up. This is the first step. If you can protest, testify. If you can testify, write. If you can write, send a check. But I need you to continue to show up, and 2026 is coming. I need you at those polls. You must show up at the polls. And I have one last call to action for you. We all talk about the ugly bill, and now our government is shut down. Why? Because President Trump, who thinks he's a king, and Congress, who is making him think he's a king, has decided to cut health care and SNAP to fund unjust immigrant enforcement and to give more tax cuts to the wealthy. And they are doing that against our wills and because we do not have enough money. I ask you to tell our state leaders that they must choose different. We need taxes in Rhode Island because we need more revenue to fund those things we care about. You'll see my team with Tax the Rich, QR codes. I need you to take action. Don't just show up today, show up always. Continue to show up until we save democracy. This is not a drill. Continue to show up and ask yourself, what will happen to them if we do not show up? Thank you for being here. I love you.